Hey everyone, my name is Will Venus. Welcome to my ASMR channel. So today, although there's still going to be chilled ASMR vibes, I'm not actually doing ASMR. I am speaking very softly. I want to talk to you about something that's very important, not just to me, but it should be important to you as well. And that's all about self-care. So I really want to open up to you and just be real with you for a minute. I'm not going to make this all woe is me, but ever since I can remember, I have had bouts of bad mental health, which is fine, nothing to be ashamed of at all. And recently, because I've been out of work, that's been making me feel awful, depressed, anxious, and I've been neglecting doing things, specifically my self-care. Now, I wanted to remind you to do your self-care. And perhaps to give you some suggestions as to where to start if you don't know what self-care is. So, to me it's quite self-explanatory. Self-care, care of the self. And you should be doing self-care before looking after other people. Yeah? And yeah, I get it. Life, it can be hectic, busy, we can have partners, kids, commitments, whatever, but we should still be making time to do our self-care. Yeah. And that means looking after your body, your mind, spirit, soul, everything. Everything is linked. Everything is linked. And so if you're not looking after one thing, it affects the other. Yeah. I'm not an expert, I'm not a therapist, but I do have a great interest in mental health and what works for some people, what works for me. And so I just really wanted to share some things that work for me that might work for you. Now, if you're not aware, I'm an autistic person, so that means for me, I don't speak for the entire community, but for me, I have really specific needs. One of those needs is knowing that, sorry, got a hair in my face. It's knowing that if I need to spend a lot of time on my own, that's absolutely fine. That's fine. That works for me. And if people think that I'm weird, well, number one, that's fine. I am weird. And number two, I don't care what other people think. I don't care what other people think. Because I know I'm a good person that has good intentions, and if it's working for me, and it's not hurting me or anyone around me, that's absolutely fine. Of course, I need to look after my diet. And so if that's not being looked after, that affects me physically. So I'm going to be focusing on that in the future. Well, not the future, now. Because why put things off? Just do them now. Yeah, I'll wait until Monday. Yeah, I'll wait until whenever. Because the time's never right, is it? It's never right. So I'm going to do that now. Other things that I have to do daily is meditation. Now, I know that when some people think of meditation, they think of someone sitting on a wooden floor, wearing loose clothing, with your legs crossed and your fingers pinched. Which, if that works for you, great. Fantastic. But that's not all meditation is. My meditation is lying somewhere comfy, like a bed, with a nice firm pillow. And I like to think of where I want to be at this present time. So that could be a holiday destination that I've been to, or not been to. So I visualize in my mind where I want to be. And then at the same time, I do this thing called diaphragmatic breathing. If you're not sure what it is, it's basically a breathing technique that regulates your carbon dioxide and your oxygen levels. And it also allows your body to reduce the adrenaline and cortisol levels. Those are the hormones, well, the main ones that are present when you're feeling anxious or feeling those real pangs of anxiety. Yeah, so I do either box breathing or the 478 technique. I'll leave videos linked in the description of where I learned these techniques. But the box breathing, that's basically breathing in through your nose rapidly for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, breathing out through your mouth for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, and then repeat until you feel more calm. Simple as that. The 4-7-8 technique I use I'm not kidding, every single night before I go to sleep. Breathing rapidly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and then exhale through your mouth for 8 seconds. 4, 7, 8. That one's a wee bit more tricky to learn, but once you've got the hang of it, you're good. And also check with your doctor or physician or whomever if you've got, breathing difficulties, breathing issues, etc. And also, if you're concerned about your mental health, go and talk to someone. Go and talk to someone. It is so common these days. There is no stigma. The only stigma that happens is from ignorant people. Yeah, just being real here. It's from ignorant people, and it's from people that have never experienced it themselves, and they lack empathy. So if you're telling someone that you're feeling anxious or whatever, and you have an adverse reaction from them, just ignore them. Just ignore them. And find that safe someone that you can talk to. Yeah. It's always been my thing that, because, we all have thoughts in our heads, yeah. But unless we vocalise those thoughts, in my opinion, they're not real. They're just stuck in here, That way when you talk to someone, they become a reality. And whomever you're speaking with, they might be able to help. And hopefully if they're not able to help, they'll point you onto the people that can help. Yeah. Anyway, other fun self-care stuff. Yeah, also let me know in the comments, what's your self-care? I'm always interested to know what other people's self-care looks like. It's fascinating to me. So other things that I like to do for self-care is a nice bath. A nice bath, if you have a bath. I personally don't like to lie in a bath for too long because I get bored. I get bored out of my mind. My autistic and possibly ADHD mind. And having my favourite shower gels, the one I like right now is called Rose Jam from Lush. Not sponsored. It's incredible. It smells like Turkish delight. It's fabulous, truly fabulous. And because my sense of smell is my strongest sense, I use that to my advantage. So whether that's in like a shower gel, a bubble bath, a perfume, a room spray, deodorant, a reed diffuser, or a scented candle, that always makes me feel good. And that's in general, as long as it's safe and you're not harming others, just do whatever makes you feel good. If that means sitting in a room and doing absolutely nothing and listening to nothing, silence, do it. If that keeps you sane, just do it. If it means listening to music, because let me tell you, if I'm not listening to music every single day, I know there's something wrong. I know there's something deeply wrong if I'm not listening to music every single day. I feel robbed if I'm not listening to music each day. Yeah. Or you could listen to your favourite podcasts, or watch your favourite comedies or dramas, or I would say horror films, but I'm trying to do everything to lower those adrenaline levels. And horror films, I've never got them. Or it could be going out for a coffee with a friend and just talking. Just talk. Or doing your hair. Get a hair mask. Get a hair mask. Or if you're a wig wearer, condition your wig, style your wig. And if you want a new wig, I'm a lace wig maker. I'm good, very good. That is the one thing in life that I'm very good at. And right now, I'm not doing any of that, and it's depressing. So, that makes me feel a little bit lost and lacking purpose. But that's only temporary. It'll pass, hopefully. I mean, that's just a very specific situation, but please never make a permanent choice to a temporary situation. It will pass. It may be quick, it might be long, but it will pass. Everything is just temporary. I'm also saying this because without going into too much detail, they're still here. I have a friend, and they recently didn't reach out, and they didn't realise that they were struggling, and the outcome for them, well, it wasn't the best of outcomes, put it that way. And if any of my online support, if any of my viewers, subscribers, whatever, are feeling at all like this, just go and get help, yeah. Just talk to someone. If you can't say the words, write an email. If you don't do computers, write it. The important thing is just to talk to someone, yeah. Just please talk to someone. I know sometimes that you feel like you're the only person in the world that feels like this, which at the time, of course, is very real for you, because you've got these intense feelings of anxiety and stress and paranoia or whatever. But I promise you, you're not the only person in the world that feels like this, especially with everything that's going on in the world right now. It is batshit crazy. And so we're bound to be feeling stressed, anxious. That sense of, that sense of uncertainty. That's the word, uncertainty. But that's another thing that I've learned in life, that nothing, well, apart from one thing in life, and that's the end of life, but nothing in life is certain. None of it. Nothing. And so I have learned to live with uncertainty, and it's hard. It's so difficult to live with, especially if you're someone that's had a past of extreme uncertainty, and all you want is security. I totally get that. I totally get it. But yeah, certainty, security, it's, in my opinion, a myth. Yeah. I'm just looking at the cat. He's sat on the floor looking up at me. Did you see my silky cat fur video? I enjoy doing that. Yeah, slight tangent. Or art therapy. You could try that. Try something new. And try to be a bit more open-minded. Open to new ideas, new concepts, new ways of thinking, new ways of life. Because if you don't try something, then you'll never know. Just like I did with ASMR. Didn't know I'd like it until I tried it, and I love it. I didn't know if I would like being a wig maker, and I love being a wig maker more than anything in the world. I love it. So yeah, try some new things. You might like it, you might not, but it's fun trying. It's a lot of fun trying. The last thing I want to talk about is, well, briefly, is addiction. I'm someone who is a recovering alcoholic. and this will be my 8th year of sobriety. I found that, I've done a lot of introspection, I've done a lot of therapy, done a lot of talking, and it's taken me a long time to come to certain realizations. But my thing with alcohol is I didn't want to face my emotions, and I wanted to run away from things, and you can't do them. The only way to get over certain feelings is, and I know this is going to be painful for some people because it certainly was for me, is just to sit with your feelings. Sit with your feelings, work through them, and it is bloody hard. Very hard. And if you need to work through things with a professional, do it. Just do it. Provided you've got the right professional and that you've got a good relationship / chemistry with them, because not everyone works. Not everyone works. I'm trying not to be patronising with this next thing, but if you need to go on a waiting list to see someone, just get on that waiting list. You might not get to see someone right away, but you will eventually. At least you're on that list. At least it's a positive step towards better mental health. Yeah. And you never know. You might get a cancellation. Depending on where you are, of course, it's very much a postcode lottery. Because mental health has always been the relation. Yep. So yeah, I really hope this is going to be useful to someone. I know that when I struggle, or when I was struggling, I always like to see someone talk about this stuff, you know? I like to listen and learn and grow and connect. Yeah, I think with most people that are struggling with things, they are just looking for connection. And again, it sometimes takes a while to come to that realization. Before I end this video, I just want to say to anyone else, to the person watching this, if you are struggling, I just want to wrap my arms around you, give you a virtual hug, or if we met in person, I'd give you a hug and say it'll be alright, it'll be okay. Please just be kind to yourself. Please be kind to yourself. Because I'm sure if you're watching this, you're a kind person. I can't imagine an unkind person watching this video. So be kind to yourself. That's an order. Yeah. I hope you found this useful. Please take good care of yourself. And I'll be back soon with another ASMR video. Take care.